are now underway with the final of week 2. This is Joel ARSCOTT in the dark green against Elijah Thomas in the, we'll call it a lighter green, Shelley Kitchen. Lighter green there for Elijah Thomas?
Fluorescent green, I think.
Okay, we'll go for that one.
That was a pretty fast and furious first rally.
Yeah, I was like, it had been gone. I'm still trying to say who they were. And just so people know, Joel ARSCOTT was the finalist last week, and Elijah Thomas was beaten in the, well, in fact, he won the 3rd and 4th. He is just 17 years old and a ranking of 257. And ARSCOTT is 20 and 235 in the world.
These two played in the semi-finals last week, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. That's correct.
I think it's a pretty good start at the moment from both of them, just sort of feeling out each other's length and trying to dominate that tee as much as they can. Yeah, really good tempo at the moment in the first couple of rallies. So Joel's just maybe trying to slow it down a little bit. Actually, Elijah as well. So yeah, it's good to see the guys trying to sort of find their length really quite early on in this match.
Well, what we found yesterday with Elijah Thomas was that he was incredibly fired up against Temwa Chalisi, and the odd fist pump and the enthusiastic yeah.
Yeah, I think Temwa's been playing really well this year. He did really well in the PSA Satellites, the Auckland Summer Series.
Made the final in Henderson.
Yeah, and won Eden Epsom. So he's definitely sort of one of the players to beat in this Premier League match over 4 weeks. Elijah's been training pretty well in lockdown the past 7 weeks with his coach Paul Hornsby. I know they've been doing a lot of match analysis, and Elijah's been doing some 5k runs as well, trying to beat Luwambo Chalisi's time there. So good to see these guys getting into the match nice and early.
Well, this is a slightly higher tempo than what we've seen from Joel over the last couple of weeks. Usually he likes to control the points to a more of a medium level rather than this fast. But both players wanting to get the heads up on each other, wanting to get that early lead.
Yeah, I think he wants to maybe try and hurry Elijah up a little bit. Trying to get onto the ball quite early and volley it a lot. I think Elijah likes that sort of slow tempo. So I think Joel just sort of bit off guard there with a quick volley short by Elijah. So, but yeah, the guys are really getting into it, like the way they sort of really kind of dominate that tee and volleying everything they can. So yeah, it's a great start from both of the players.
Yeah, nice shot out of the reach this time. And let us know if you're around the world watching squash, been able to play in New Zealand over the last week. So feel free to come on through. And Heather Finlay as the official. She'll get a few calls in this particular final. Certainly as the tournament progresses, the calls, the questions do come thick and fast.
Yeah, I think that shot there was just a pretty basic let, just a little bit of interference around the tee. So ball's not really sort of getting to the back in this rally so much.
Well, that was one of the longer rallies down the backhand side. We hadn't really seen that today, but we knew that we were going to see backhand because yesterday Elijah Thomas said it was his weapon. He loves backhands.
I think most squash players do. Most of squash is actually played on that backhand side. Yeah, Joel is definitely finding his length at the moment. Hitting those corners, really well with a nice tempo, dying length. It's a great length.
Still early stages in this final. No player being able to get a decent lead. Sticking to each other. Play on the volley again, likes the volley there. Ooh.
Heather's not taking any nonsense today.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think anything loose on the backhand, both of these players sort of do have that weapon and really going to try and look to go short on that backhand. So both players have to try and keep that length really tight and dying length and try and get it off each other's volley. Pretty much as soon as there's opening, looks like both the players are trying to take it in that volley and short.
So, Shelley Kitchen, how would you class Elijah's game as a whole? We know that with someone like Leo Fatialofa, we call him a shooter, a shot maker. How would you class Elijah?
Elijah, he's really consistent. He really finds his targets really well. He lifts the ball well, and like his nickname suggests in this tournament, Energizer Elijah, he definitely does. He's got the heart to keep going.
And
he's a great fighter as well.
We can tell people around the world that yes, we are live. We are definitely alive right now, and this is definitely going on in Auckland, New Zealand at Squash XL. Oh, completely false shot there.
Yeah, Elijah did really well to get it back to 6-4, but Joel's just had a couple of quick points here, taking it to 8-6. So Elijah probably has to try and regroup. This is going to be a really, really big point now. It's a good length from Elijah.
Yep.
In that backhand, forehand, and just force that loose ball from Joel.
We're seeing some variation in the length, and in that rally we saw some variations with the length, both players trying to move forward, but a few balls going back into the corners.
Yeah, both really consistent at the moment. We were hitting that good length. First is forcing a loose shot from their opponent. The ball is dying in the back of the court, even though it is quite it's raining outside and quite cold outside. The ball is actually flying around quite well. It's not too cold inside the club. It's a great lob. Another good length from Joel. Elijah's doing everything he can right now just to hang in there and force another loose shot by Joel.
Yeah. Well, what we have seen over the last few days is the ball dropping and dying a little bit in the both corners. A little bit earlier today, not so much just yet in this particular match.
Joel's length has just dropped off a little bit. Sort of really hitting around the service box, it's not really getting to the back of the court.
Good play.
And that's just let Elijah sort of work the ball around the court a little bit more.
Well, there was plenty of patience in that rally from Elijah Thomas, and then able to use the drop to actually get the point. Now, game ball.
Definitely like to see Joel get his length a little bit more towards the end of this game. That's better. Getting to the back. It's a really tight ball. It's a really good pick up from Joel. Get himself back into the rally. Elijah doing everything he can.
There you go. And the first game to Elijah Thomas in this, the final of week 2 of the Unsquashable Premier League here at Squash XL. So the 17-year-old Elijah Thomas taking that first game 11-9. And just for all of our viewers around the world, we know we have some in Australia. I think we've also had some in France today as well, and up in the UK. And we can tell you that earlier on in the third and fourth playoff, it was a win to Timwa Chalisi over Leo Fatialofa. That one in 4 games there, so Timwa Chalisi.
The ref's phone was ringing. Go on, Heather.
She has that on quite a bit, actually. Gets a lot of calls. Very social lady, Heather Finlay.
A great start from Joel. I'm not sure if his coach told him to go for the volley cross-court nick off the third or fourth shot, but it was a pretty good shot anyway.
Well, so far the standard has been very high on that first game. And we really have seen another step up from week 1 for Elijah Thomas. In week 1 he was solid, however so far in week 2 he's been very impressive with his performance.
Oh, another cross-court nick from Joel there, so...
Just the look on Joel's face at times, it's priceless. Very competitive when he gets out on court.
Maybe a little new tactic from Joel.
Yeah.
The cross-court nicks, maybe using the height a little bit more.
Mixing up a bit. Tight in the corner.
It's a great length. Just needs to find that side wall, I think, with that cross.
Well, some great interaction there between player and official. And now the 2-point lead. Right, so Joel ARSCOTT there in the darker shirt and Elijah Thomas in the lighter shirt. Nice recovery again.
Joel looks like he's picked up the pace again. Elijah finding it quite hard to get out of the way there.
Yeah.
And Joel's coming straight through.
One thing about Elijah is that he has grown, certainly a lot taller than in the past year. Still only 17 years old. Guide it. Just a little bit more height. It was close to covering.
Yeah, I think Elijah was a bit shocked that the ball sort of came back onto his racket there.
And this particular game hasn't quite taken off just yet. Both players just, it seems, restarting the match, feeling their way into it.
Yeah, I think Joel's had a few quick rallies there that he's won, so they're probably sort of trying to suss each other out again, maybe. To get back to their length a little bit more. The ball's probably a little bit flatter now. Not probably bouncing as much as it was in the first game, but this is a good rally for them to both get back into it. An unforced error from Joel.
Well, Shelley Kitchen, you've played on this court or trained on this court a few times. How have you found it?
Oh, it's a lovely court. Yeah, glass courts are always really nice to play. The sound's really nice, so when you're hitting it well, you do definitely get a good length when you're striking the ball. When your timing's right. But yeah, it's a really really nice court, and whenever you play on a glass court, your level does.
Bit of false footwork there. He just couldn't quite get over his feet to move. It's good that the players are keeping on top of things as well. Some players actually forget their scores a lot of the time.
I never forgot my score when I was playing. Great shot from Joel.
Yeah, put it right in that corner where it died a little bit.
So they had Elijah moving back to that forehand corner. Elijah was probably predicting Joel was going to go straight, and Joel just flipped it over with a really good length. Some good length from Elijah. Joel just getting it back.
Good play by Joel. Held his ground and took the shot. It was always going to be difficult for Elijah Thomas to go whichever way Joel put it.
Elijah was scrambling through through that rally, and it's actually started off with Joel's good length. Elijah's long legs and long arms there. Joel finding it quite hard to get through him. That length has just dropped off a little bit from Joel.
Let's see if we can get the focus back by Joel. Work his way back in.
I think he just needs to relax. He has got a 2-point lead in this game. Just needs to regroup and find those corners again. A few of those crosses from Joel into the forehand corners. It's quite good play if it's.
And again, the intensity's stepped up. You get to a final, what's always going to happen? Joel doesn't want to be runner-up 2 weeks in a row. And Elijah's really determined this week.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
Yep. And Heather Finlay telling you the story there. Nice play. Well, there you go. That is one game all, and this is the final of week 2 of the Unsquashable Premier League. It is Joel ARSCOTT taking that second game over Elijah Thomas. Thomas taking the first. And Shelley Kitchen 1 game all as we head into game number 3 in this final. Elijah Thomas against Joel ARSCOTT. Both players a little tense, which you'd expect in a final, and both wanting to win their first title here.
Yeah, tense is good, I think. A little bit of adrenaline going through the blood. It's probably not so good when they start snatching at the ball and really sort of rushing, I think. And also arguing with the ref.
Well, Heather Finlay certainly told them what she expects.
Yeah, Heather's been refereeing here for many years, and she's been coming to the PSA tournaments in New Zealand for many, many years. So she's got a lot of experience, and she's watched and refs these players a lot. So she definitely understands sort of their movement and in and out of the ball and things like that. So yeah, it's great for her to come along and help. It's a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
A bit risky, but
yeah, that was
nice
the thing.
finish.
It was risky. It worked though. Didn't look as though it was going to carry.
Bit of a miss hit there, but Elijah was too far behind. Yeah. Oh wow.
Nice play. Sure. So actually, no one's indicated to me that they're going to definitely win this. It's been too close so far. I mean, we're obviously at one game all and starting the third, but no one's really said this is mine.
Yeah, they're sort of coming and going a little bit, I think. They're both very even, and their games are actually really quite similar.
Well played. Held it very nicely.
Great little flick shot there from Elijah. You don't really see him use that shot often.
Yep.
There has been a little bit of a drop in temperature here, and the ball's a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit colder now.
It
So
has.
I think as soon as the player's not finding a length and the ball's really short,
I think it was Tim or Joel who called the venue either a fridge or a furnace.
Elijah's trying to lift that ball, lift it over. Joel trying to get to the back of the court, but Joel's really standing his ground and that tee.
A little bit more on the false footwork again there by Joel, whether or not he was deciding which type of shot he was going to hit or whether it's just foot slipped. Didn't help him in the end.
It was definitely the right shot to play. This is where Elijah's really good. He sort of just really digs in, just finds his length, doesn't really do anything special.
Yeah.
Just tries to stay really strong.
He'd be annoying to play.
He just simply just hangs in there. Joel's sort of trying to go back to dominating that tee again. It's a great rally there. I think Elijah might query that pick up from Joel.
I think he will. Back in it.
It's a great shot.
Yeah. Oh, it was an intense rally. It was a good rally.
That's a great length.
Yeah. Obviously, they want to move forward, but if you can hit it in either of those corners,
It helps.
yeah. I mean, it's just dying in that corner at the moment.
The pace of the game at this point of the game is really good. I'm impressed with these guys. Joel is looking pretty fresh at the moment, I think.
Yeah. It's hugging the backhand wall and then the cross. So they got the 3-point lead, which has been very difficult to get 3 points in either player.
Yeah, point here for Elijah. I think
Too
a bit of
much.
a gift there, I think, from Joel.
We just went for too much on that shot. Well, the pace definitely increased on that one. Both players, I think, feeling it a little bit. They're both fit. That's a cruel bounce. It's a very cruel bounce, isn't it? I wouldn't call that an unforced error, I'd call it a forced error.
Big rally here, boys.
It's getting close. It's getting intense as well. Loving it.
That's pretty exciting here. Now watching these guys.
No one giving an inch.
They're forcing each other to play some really good shots under pressure. Great shots here.
Got that one in the end. Yep, underway now in the fourth game of this, the final, the second week of the Unsquashable Premier League. And nice shot to start there for Elijah Thomas.
I think that was off his frame of his racket.
Oh, well, we'll take it. The nice shot isn't. We'll take it. Elijah Thomas in the white shorts and Joel ARSCOTT in the black shorts. Nice touch by Elijah and takes the 4-love lead, which from my recollection is the biggest lead that we've had throughout the whole contest so far.
Yeah, I think Joel's just gone for a couple of tricky shots that didn't really go his way. And
Yeah.
Elijah, yeah, length has been quite good. Joel's got to really kind of regroup now. Go back to that basic game to get himself on the board in this game.
It's a nice change of pace. A couple of shots ago there from Elijah Thomas.
Oh,
And a bit of play on that shot from Joel. Able to control the tee and then go either way.
it's really hard to tell sometimes with those short
Yeah,
balls.
it is.
Yeah, Joel's definitely playing his way back into this game.
He's controlled this really nicely.
Yeah, Elijah, as he does, he just keeps on hanging in there and hanging in there. That shot.
We should let people know that for Charlie Kitchen and myself, we are up quite high, and so is the referee as well. So for some shots, it can be a little bit hard to see compared to what the players are seeing, obviously. Then that's for any referee or any commentator. Just a couple of unforced errors. Let's see what can happen from here. After the 4-love lead for Elijah Thomas.
Yeah, Joel's done really well to get back into this game. He hasn't really done anything fancy, just pretty good length. That was definitely the right shot.
Wasn't much in it. Maybe a couple of centimetres might have been okay. Gee.
Elijah chose to play that shot. Was all throughout the match she has been sort of pulling a lead there. It's a great job, Joel.
Play. And a double. And this is live squash from Auckland, New Zealand. In New Zealand, we're at level 2, which means you can play squash. Crowds, not so much. Gatherings of 10 at the present time.
Joel wasn't really quite sure if he was going to play that shot. Yeah, it's a great shot, great finish by Elijah.
He had to do a lot of running just to get around to make sure he wasn't in the way.
Yeah, the pace and the tempo of this game is really good. I forget we're only about 10 days out of lockdown here, so for these guys to be playing at this level, it's pretty impressive. It also shows the training that they did do during lockdown as well. So, hats off to both these guys. Was a really nice length from Joel.
Yeah, I mean, that's what got him into the position. And last week, some of the players were a little raw when it came to match experience. None of one had played a match for 7 or 8 weeks. This week, everybody stepped up a little bit.
Oh, that's great. Oh, we got it. Oh, there. Oh, it's a great shot by Joel. These guys are really going for it, giving it all.
Well, Shelley Kitchen, an enjoyable contest for anybody watching and for us here as well. There's still no real hint of who's going to take it. But a couple of points given away. This particular match has gone for over 45 minutes already. And we could go 5.
Oh, it's a great lead.
Great rally.
Joel sort of rushed that ball, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know why he didn't leave that ball to the back
was he
wall
trying
at
to
the time.
slice it back, or was he trying to play through it?
Maybe kind of just skidded off the wall a little bit. It felt like it was dying to get to play it. Oh, it's a great volley, Joel. It's quite a high ball.
It was a good shot under the circumstances. Under pressure. Now with the game ball. Take it to 5 maybe. We have been playing for 50 minutes. How did that stay in? Gee, they're pushing it.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Oh. They're both in. There we go, folks. We are going to 5, and this is the final of week 2 with Elijah Thomas against Joel ARSCOTT. And Shelley Kitchen back for the 5th game of this final, and it's been intriguing so far. We still don't really have much of a hint of who's going to win. Elijah Thomas taking that 4th. We've been playing for over 50 minutes. It's a good long one. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's really exciting right from the first point. These guys have been giving it all. I think there's been a 4-point lead has been the biggest lead, which was Elijah was in the 4th game. But yeah, it's a really great competition. Oh.
There's been some high risk shots. Some have paid off. That one, others not so much. Gee.
That's a terrific touch by Joel. Yeah, it's definitely nice to be watching live squash
Yeah, isn't
again,
it?
that's for sure. I know before lockdown we had the Auckland PSA Summer Series and we had tournaments, about 4 or 5 tournaments in a row, but
Well, hopefully
it's
people
nice to be
around the
back
world.
watching.
Hopefully people around the world have enjoyed the tournaments so far and this final. Both of these players with PSA rankings. Joel having to scoop that one out of the corner. A nice recovery.
Oh, wow. Joel's really good around that middle of the court. And you think he just one step from the tee.
Now he's out to the 4-love lead, which is what Elijah had in the 4th.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Elijah does now to try and get himself back into this game. Or Joel doesn't do.
Okay, let's have a look at the focus of both players. You got to refocus from love 5 down, or you got to focus from 5 love up. I don't know which is the best
Yeah, you
option.
can't really be complacent at 5 love out, especially in the 5th. Then anything can happen. You can sort of, I don't know, if you had a few errors, or your opponent can have a few winners, and then all of a sudden you're sort of 5-3, 5-4, and it starts to get edgy again. So,
Yeah, shot.
but Joel just dominating that tee and getting really good length. Elijah needs to try and get back in front if he can. Maybe lift the ball a little bit more. Use the height on the front north. If he's going to have a shot in this 5th game. Yeah, Joel's definitely got a lot of confidence now. He's right up on that tee. Nearly had his head taken out there.
Well, you had to stay consistent there. He had to really play it. A lot of shots to get that 1 point back.
Oh, that's a really tight ball.
And a nice play again. 2 good points there from Elijah to come back a little bit.
Yeah, that's a great shot from Elijah. I think with that heather calling the no-let a few rallies ago, actually made Elijah play that ball.
Good change of direction there by Joel. And then the error from Elijah.
great shot.
Yeah, plays that shot very well. It's one of my few points earlier on.
I think Joel's played really well in this 5th game. Just really kept that pressure on Elijah. No
Just gone
errors.
over an hour.
Oh, Elijah nearly did the splits there.
Yeah, great skills.
Doing everything
Get
he
that
can
back.
to get this ball back. It's great.
He's really having to work here in this rally.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Well played. Congratulations to Joel ARSCOTT there, winning the contest in 5 over Elijah Thomas, and that is week 2's winner. Joel ARSCOTT there. Shelley Kitchen, it was tough and pretty intense there all the way through, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great game by both players. It's been, yeah.
All right, well, congratulations to all players who took part today, and also to organiser John Duggan and the referee Heather Finlay, and thank you very much, Shelley Kitchen. We'll be back next week, and next Friday, in fact, with week 3 of the Unsquashable Premier League.